Okay, guys, so today we're going to be talking to the team with AtGames who works with community engagement, social media, and I'm sure plenty of other things, right? So we have several people here with us today, Ryan, Jason, and John. If you guys could go through, explain what it is you do. I guess we could start with John and then go to Ryan, then Jason.
Sure. I'm actually the newest hire with the company on this video. My name is John Aragoyan. I run the customer service department. The customer service manager. I've been with the company now for about 2 months, and yeah, it's been awesome since I got started. Lots of work. We've got lots of goals this year, and all of them have to do with improving our community engagement. Not that we're lacking in any way right now, but we always strive to get better and improve, everything that we do on a daily basis, between making our products and services better to engaging our community members. And that's what I'm here for. And I'm looking forward to chatting with you about it today.
Excellent. So fresh meat, huh? Any were you hazed at all? Any initiation rituals?
You will be.
I was hey,
I haven't gotten around to it.
no hazing. Everyone's very welcoming at the company. There's a great community and family type of atmosphere within the company. There's a lot of us, and we communicate nonstop throughout the day, as you're well aware. So it's been great, smooth sailing so far.
Cool. Ryan,
Hello,
what do you
everyone.
do?
I'm Ryan Hogan. I am the CS team lead here at AtGames. I've been here for a little over 9 months now, and John is my boss.
Oh wow.
He pretty much nailed everything else. So thank you for that.
Cool. Jason, what do you do, man?
Hello, everybody. I'm Jason Tierney, the Director of Events and Marketing here at AtGames. This is actually my 1-year anniversary with the company. I started NOD week last year, so exciting to be here now on my first full year.
Excellent. So these are the people here who are changing that perception of the AtGames company as a whole. I suppose that's what we got going on right here, right?
Doing our best. We're part of a much larger team that definitely helps with that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
I've seen there has been a lot of outreach to the community, to customers, potential customers, and whatnot. From AtGames asking for input, reactions, ideas, that kind of stuff. Do you guys have any specific examples that you could think of where the community has actually influenced a product, be it a design, a feature, any kind of tweak?
Oh, absolutely. I think one of the early ones that jump off to mind was if you go back about a year ago, Doug Smith had mentioned that it would be great to be able to pair your Fire Sticks up with the full-size DLU cabinet. And I think about 2 or 3 weeks after that request, we were able to kind of make that happen and deliver. And most recently would be probably the cloud pinball. You used to have to be able to go to the arcade net website, download the tables, run them through a program, upload them to the cloud, and then make sure the USB was still plugged in, and then you could play them. Of course, now it's just the one-click streaming that's available, like the rest of the arcade net titles. So I think those are probably 2 examples that come off to my memory right off the bat.
Cool. And how do people reach you guys with this kind of stuff, with questions and concerns, or even the ideas? How do they get that to you? It's not telepathically, I would imagine, but
no, we so we have a lot of social communities that we're actively engaged in, or at least listening to. So Facebook, we've got several fan-run communities there. We pay attention to the Discord server where there's an AtGames channel. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and then of course there's the arcade .ideas. I'll have to circle back and grab that correct email address, but there is an arcade email address that we have for customers that want to send us ideas. But most of those ideas are just really kind of shared through posts and comments on our social pages, and we see them and we talk about them internally and try to build them into our future roadmap to deliver them back to the community as quickly as we possibly can.
And how do you guys put priority on that stuff? Is it like the response? Is it more people asking for something specific? Is it just something that is easy to implement? What is the thought process with putting community ideas out there,
Sure.
implementing them anyway. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Without, I guess, giving away too much secret sauce, probably the best answer I can give is, of course, the more community members that we see that are asking for a feature, we definitely pay attention to those types of requests. There's a lot of requests that come in, so the ones that we hear more frequently and most often are the ones that are going to definitely make it to the front of our list to work on. And then from there, it's a lot, development. How much time is it going to take? How much resources is it going to take? How will that divert us from our current kind of future roadmap plan? Kind of mix all that together and come up with a solution for leadership to take a look at and kind of approve and kind of orient on the schedule where those things can should slot in. So I know folks wish things would come to fruition a little bit faster than at times we're able to bring them. But I always just try to encourage people to be patient because we are listening and we are working on tons of new things to bring out to the community that will hopefully be received well.
So, I mean, maybe I'll have to, do a little community push out there for some ridiculous ideas and get like millions of people on board. We'll see. We'll see how that works out.
But I think that's how jukebox mode came around, actually.
Oh, there you go. have a petition. That's cool. I mean, I'm glad to see stuff like that because a lot of companies out there, I mean, they don't really, I'm not saying companies don't listen to their customers, but for you guys to take input and it, can, change how the product, functions or features being added, kind of mold and shape it, through the community is definitely a neat thing that not many companies are actually, putting out there, working with the community. So that's cool.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Ron. And from the social community side, we're always actively listening, but John and Ryan could even speak to you about, from a customer service side, there's lots of ideas that come through too, I'm sure.
Definitely. We want to ensure the best possible experience too overall for our users. So, we're definitely always keeping our ears and eyes open for any kind of feedback we get and suggestions,
Are there challenges that are being thrown out there to you guys that turn into ideas, if that makes any sense?
Yeah, I think so. Sometimes we see challenges and we try and actively conquer those challenges. So, for instance, OC or OTG. This was something that all of our customers wanted us to bring out and have, the ability to utilize with their ALU units. And as Jason brought to your attention earlier, when the community asked for, integration with the Fire Stick or the Roku or something like that, we figured out how to implement that. So there was confusion initially. How do I use this, or are there limitations to a feature like this? And we saw some limitations, and we retooled, and we made those things better. So when we saw feedback in the field when people were using OTG and how they were using it, we implemented new strategies to try and give them more features and compatibility.
With you guys kind of touched on the Facebook communities, all the social media things. Now, I've mentioned this a lot to people. I hate social media. I don't like using it whatsoever.
Sure.
For people who just absolutely want nothing to do with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, any of that stuff, how can they communicate with you guys, be it ideas or concerns or anything like that?
Sure, it makes it a little more challenging when you're not able to use the social platforms for positive things like kind of communicating with your friends and your owners. But we have a Legends Mail system, which is going to be enhanced down the road here. And so I'm not sure if a lot of folks are aware, but when you're in the arcade ecosystem and you're on the UI menu system, there's a Z button normally that you hit, and it brings up basically a message box that has a bunch of messages that AtGames has sent out directly to the owners, whether it's communicating promotional offers, special sales, or just information about a customer might need to know about their arcade or about a particular service or platform that we have out there that they're interacting with. So the Legends Mail is a great interaction. And then, of course, email. There's always different email addresses for different departments or different ways that you might want to interact with AtGames. But there's a couple of different email addresses out there as well for folks to be able to interact with the company if they need to.
The next thing I want to talk about, anybody chime in on it if you want, but this one is one that I've thought a lot about, because I do YouTube. That's where this video is going to be. I mean, I'm not going to be just putting this on DVDs or VHS tapes, right? But
Right.
you guys work with you guys work with YouTubers quite a bit. Very recently I started talking with PK and kind of developing a friendship with that and learning more about what you guys are doing, looking at the past. I've done a lot of videos talking about AtGames, the things that have, happened before. And I don't, none of that is forgotten, but the forward is, the future is where I'm looking at. And I think a lot of people are as well. But working with YouTubers, and I know you guys work with quite a few, is there any certain expectations you guys have with channels? Is there any set expectation? What do you expect from people you work with on YouTube?
Well, I'll answer and then I'll let the other guys answer too. So for me, it's just honesty, right? We want the influencers to be honest with their fans and their communities about their perceptions of the AtGames, services or the hardware that they're reviewing. We just expect them to be honest, and I think that allows for great interactions for us with the influencers, because we're not trying to manage perceptions or anything like that that may be seen as manipulation or lack of integrity or any of those types of things. So for me, it's just letting the YouTube influencers be completely honest about their thoughts and their opinions. And sometimes when the negative stuff comes through, it doesn't feel great to hear, but it is probably the most important information for us as a company to hear. Because you don't learn from all the home runs you hit, you learn from the failures and the strikeouts. And so when we know that we've done something that maybe could be done a little bit differently in folks' eyes to improve things, that's the type of feedback that we definitely want to hear. And we can't get that feedback necessarily if the reviews and the videos are necessarily slanted to be always positive. So that's just my personal kind of take on it.
Yeah. I just to add real quick. For the people who are watching this video, I would never post a video of a product review if a company asked me to review the footage first, or if they had any kind of demands. I have had companies approach me saying, we need to see the video first. You need to say this. You need to say that. And just to be honest, it's a big F them. I'm not working with them. I'm not going to review the product because I don't agree with that. And part of what you said, you do have to take the negative with the positive. And there's times where people expect just all negative. And it's not fair. When I first looked at the newer version of the Legends Ultimate arcade machine and posted my video, I had a few little negatives to speak on, and I had a lot of positives to speak on as well. And, I had a lot of people from the previous videos that I'd done kind of throw out there like, well, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you do that? And none of it had to do with my experience. It just had to do with, let's continue on joking and making everything a big joke. And to me, jokes are great. I like to laugh, but if it's not fitting, I'm not going to talk crap if it doesn't make sense, because then I'm being disingenuous. So for you guys that's the expectation. That's just letting my audience know when you guys, PK, approached me with, hey, would you like to take a look at this? It was like, okay, this kind of strange. Why are you talking to me? But then the whole thing just kind of blossomed into, we're going to send you this. Just if you have any questions, ask. Do whatever you want. So that was appreciated.
Yeah, I give PK a lot of credit for making that decision. You've been very honest about your opinions with AtGames products over the years, and I think that the confidence level that PK had in the Legends family arcade devices was very high, and I think he knew that the minute that you got your hands on it, that you would see that the quality was there, and that the things that maybe we're unhappy with in the past have been addressed, and that it's definitely a great piece of hardware that's we feel a great value for the customers and the community out there.
Yeah, I mean, I want you guys to put all your input in. I don't want this to be all about me, but the last thing I want to say on that is I remember when PK first hit me up concerning the Legends Ultimate arcade machine. I talked to my wife that day, and I said, these guys are either crazy or they're confident?
Maybe a little bit of both.
A little bit, right?
I think Jason nailed it. The honesty and integrity. If something's great, great. If something sucks or could use improvement, we'd like to know about it so that we can address that issue for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. As both my colleagues have already said, and Jason hit it on the nail on the head. Integrity and honesty. That's all we ask from our YouTube influencer partners. We try and keep those relationships with a few of the guys in the community, and we work with them tirelessly to support them however we can. No expectations. These videos are unfiltered and honest. And they're meant to be reviews. If you like the product, please tell us. If you don't like it, tell us what you don't like. And what we've been harping on or jumping on before is that we address those issues. So if we see something that we can fix and improve, we try and do that. But we've gotten nothing but great feedback, or mostly great feedback from the community and from influencers like yourself. So keep the honesty coming. It helps us do our jobs better.
Moving forward, do you guys have any plans for anything specific, anything crazy going on as far as the community goes?
Well, I mean, National Owners Day is always going to be a huge celebration for us, and we've taken it to the next level this year for year number 2. And then, of course, throughout the year, we'll always just say, just keep your eyes and ears peeled to different channels if you do engage with us on social media. And I say we'll just kind of keep the rest under the vest for now. But yeah, definitely, there's going to be always bigger and better things coming down the road. With AtGames, it's that's kind of our mantra and our culture is kind of go big or go home. And so we'll continue to try to deliver new and exciting things for the community, whether it's events or contests or new games or new services or new products. But we're always cooking up new things here in our kitchen.
So bigger things. I do see that Legends mini in the background there. I just barely noticed that. It's not exactly bigger, but okay. I'm curious on that one. I haven't seen too much. I saw it teased, but I haven't dug into it yet. So
yeah, I wish I had the Tetris version already, but this is just the all black kind of version that we had as a prototype. This isn't even the final version of it, but they sent me this model to do some work and testing on. But really love the Tetris model myself. I'm glad to see that's going to be available for National Owners Day, and hopefully I can get in there and reserve one myself before everybody else out there that's interested beats me to it.
So that's about it, guys. Anything else you want to add before we go, John?
No, I'm good. I think that most of it was covered for community engagement. Thank you for doing the interview. We look forward to seeing it.
Thank you very much for having us, Ron. I appreciate it. And I think that's about it for me for now.
Hi there, my name is Bill Ajudas. I'm the Director of Strategy and Content for AtGames. For this National Owners Day 2021, I wanted to reflect a bit on the evolution of the company and our approach to social media engagement. I've been a gamer for nearly 50 years and have written countless articles and books on the subject. As such a gaming enthusiast, as you might expect, I was thrilled to start working with AtGames back in 2014. Of course, the company was quite a bit different at the time. The market was geared to low-cost plug-and-play consoles and handhelds. Some we did rather well, others we missed the mark a bit. Anticipating the changes in the industry as a whole, we began looking into developing more premium products. We still wanted to deliver great value, but do so with less budgetary constraints to really show what we were capable of. We believed we could do it, but as you would expect, given our past, there was a lot of skepticism out there. With the release of the Legends Ultimate in late 2019, we had our chance. We knew we had an amazing premium home arcade product at a killer price, but still had to work to change our previous public image. That's where you, our owners, came in. When we first released our Legends Ultimate, our social media presence was minimal. It was difficult to generate excitement for the type of products we previously specialized in. With our home arcade products, on the other hand, and their range of features and services, there was suddenly a great deal of enthusiasm. We could finally interact with our community in a meaningful way and reveal more about the type of people, just like you, behind the products. Our corporate philosophy demands that we engage on an honest, personal level and provide world-class support. We don't always get it right, but we sure as heck always try and keep trying to get better. With your participation, we've created a great growing community, one that's always passionate, positive or negative, about our products. We love that passion either way and always take your feedback and input seriously. I just want to wrap up by saying that we sincerely thank you for being part of our growing Legends Arcade family. Whether you're a crazy longtime gamer like me or a casual gamer that just wants to enjoy the unmatched appeal and approachability of great home arcade products, we welcome you into the family. We will always do our best to treat you professionally and fairly and work with you to continue to grow our social community in a way that we all want and can enjoy. Thank you.